Of course, the Devils are loud, but they didn't win. Spurs, on the other hand, blew up a chance to dislodge Arsenal from the top 4 spot, while Kevin De Bruyne is back as if he never left, starring with a goal and an assist as Manchester City nailed a 3-2 win at St. James Park. And of course, I know Arocho is so happy with this. Arocho, the EPL, De Bruyne returns. City, the team to beat?
Well, class is permanent. Form might be temporary. And you saw it in Kevin De Bruyne. I've been talking about this player for some time now. It's not just a player who gives passes or scores goals. He's an inspiration in the pitch. You could see the kind of inspiration he brought into that team. But I'm wondering how we are not discussing Arsenal, though Arsenal did not.
No, we were starting with Man City first.
I'm itching.
Okay. You know, the class, you said class is permanent, but form, like Saka one.
Okay. Wow. Thank you very much. Now, as I was saying,
we'll ban you from
it is quite evident that De Bruyne is a star. He's not only a star. Once again, I'm saying it, just scoring goals. The way he inspires his teammates in the pitch. Kudos to Shitera's team. I think they...
Chelsea.
You picked a win.
We've won our last
4 matches. Okay. At home. At least it's long. You celebrated.
That look is not too
that look is not good. But all said and done, guys, the league has already been won, if you ask me. The fact that Arsenal has lost, is it 3?
3 in a row. I think 2 a row in the league.
Is it 3?
2 a row in the league. Okay. 2 in a row in the league.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And the fact that Man City...
It's good you're confirming from an Arsenal one.
Yes, and that's why I did that.
Yeah.
So, for me, the league has already been lost. Arsenal...
Lost to Arsenal.
Lost or won?
To Arsenal. Arsenal cannot win it.
But City are the champions, defending champions, aren't they?
Man City, this is a race between Man City and Liverpool.
And Liverpool.
Yes. And it's going to boil down to 2 players, if you ask me. Van Dijk and Kevin De Bruyne.
For those are the 2 players of the season?
No. The 2 teams that are going to drive these teams.
Okay.
The 2 players.
Van Dijk, you said?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
In that defense.
De Bruyne, a very good football brain that he's talking about, and I looked at how he scored that first goal, the technicality and the good decision to spot space and actually drive the ball low and hard. Look at the assist he made right at the death.
He actually passed the ball to the net. And there's something he did immediately after that goal. He spoke to Rodri. And Rodri was very feisty before that goal. And I think he was just communicating, just don't be... alimwambia tu tumia Bruin, wacha kuforce hizi vitu, because before that I think Rodri alikuwa make like 3 shots, zote ziki true defenders. So they were forcing it. And when De Bruyne came in, you could see the influence he has on the players around him. Kovacic was a different player when De Bruyne came in. He got back to the base, and De Bruyne alikuwa na that freedom to pass the ball around and, you know, just move the team forward. When you look at the kind of reaction the players had immediately after the final whistle, you could tell he's him. He's the man. And they acknowledge that, and they know the kind of influence that he's going to have for the rest of the season. I think he's come back at the right time for Manchester City. The fact that they continued to perform well while he was away, and he's come back right now, I think Man City are going to be a different team. Oh, and to you, if you never won your matches or you've not played Manchester City yet before De Bruyne came back.
Is here come in, everybody is going at Arsenal. Is the title lost? And they are in warm weather training in Dubai. I don't know what tactic or magic Mikel gonna instill there, but do you think the Gunners or Mikel has what it takes to turn around the floundering fortunes?
You know, it's very interesting to hear the way Fred and Zita and Kinua are really talking about Arsenal. You see, he even says that the title has been lost. We all know that the title can be lost only at this stage by the champions, the defending champions. It is interesting because it shows really how Arsenal has changed the conversation around them. But granted, let's be honest that I see there's something called Pep Guardiola syndrome, overthinking. And it creeps in Mikel Arteta many times. He overthinks. For example, the idea of insisting on players like Nketiah, I've always said it here. So the question is, do Arsenal have the spine to fight back? The answer is just simple. The way they are going to react in this transfer window. You look at how Arsenal has been playing, some of the matches they have lost, And the difference is just the way they strike. They don't have a proper striker. And if Arteta is going to be honest with himself and sign a proper striker, a person who makes sure that when you're having like 70 touches within the opponent's box, you are getting at least a goal or two from it, then they can fight for it. Because you look at the difference and the number of matches remaining, still there's room if you fight back. Because again, we saw City, as much as we're talking about the form of De Bruyne and the way they are showing, some improvement, still we are seeing that they can concede goals. They can concede goals. So it's not all lost, but it depends with how it's going to be in the transfer market. You sign a good striker, the likes of people have been talking about Sonake. Those are players who can come and give Arsenal the edge they've been lacking. But also, I need to be honest, the Arsenal we have seen towards the end of the year is not as good as the team we saw last season.
It's here.
Meaning it's a deep.
It's here.
No.
It is the hope that kills.
I know.
It's here. It is the hope that kills. You're trying to revive a team that we've already seen.
But you're becoming a poet.
You're becoming a
poet.
No,
you're preaching
No. I was asked a question and I was answering. Alex, I can qualify a point when I mean it. I was asked a question that do Arsenal can they fight back again to what we were seeing at the start of the season? And I said simply, the idea is striking. And you agree with me. Some of those matches they have been playing well. What you are lacking is goals. Just good. So you get a good striker and you are good to go.
Let me come.
Real quick, Shitera, I don't want us to overdwell on one thing.
Yeah.
I want you to look at the top four race on how United and Tottenham played yesterday. Of course, Tottenham won, they're going to top four. How do you see that panning out?
You see, I've always predicted, and this year can tell you, and it will be unfortunate if I don't contribute to this conversation.
Real quick.
You see, you cannot conclude that Manchester City or Liverpool have won this league. I told this year last season, when Arsenal was at the top, it opened an 8-point gap. At the moment, the difference between position 1 and 2 is 2 points. Position 2 and 3 and 4. Actually, Arsenal have tied with Spurs at 40-40, 43-42. Liverpool are missing Salah, who has been very instrumental into their striking. That is a factor that you need to consider when you put the race between Liverpool and Manchester City. And I love it when it is this way. When you give it a challenge, I think it's when you will work more. Arsenal last season rested because they knew before we are caught or the 8 points have been closed in, then we can rest. Arsenal, look at how they are playing. They are very dangerous. It's just unfortunate that, Okay. Look at how, how, you see.
Wind it up because of time.
I'm still here waiting.
If you asked me, if you watch the game Newcastle played against Manchester City, and
they are conceding.
And the game Arsenal played, then a good reader of this game will tell me that Arsenal have an upper hand.
Wow.
So for you, the title isn't lost yet?
It is not lost.
Zita, real quick, and I want you to look at United, not the Arsenal City tussle. I want to look at top four. We saw United throw Leeds yesterday. Can Ten Hag really get them in the top four?
I think you look at the players who are playing for Manchester United and they were in injury coming back. That is Licha, is here, Martinez, and then look at Casemiro is coming back to the knee. That his minor will be released kidogo because he's still a small boy, 18 years. He's been playing all these big games and performing very well. So for me, I think for now, Manchester is back because of the because of what the players who are actually the first 11 players are coming back from the injury. So something else that I'll just touch on a little bit is that just to tell Isia in a very good faith, I started by saying that there's a team that you always there's difference between a team that knows how to win matches when it comes to the second leg, and you guys always lose it in the second leg. So for me, just as much as you have hopes and saying that you'll win the league, that's what I don't want to borrow Mother Come's words on you, because really you can't say that. You have just admitted here that Arsenal have been playing good football. The problem has been striking. Me?
All of us have agreed.
No.
All of us agree.
No.
Because you want to tell us that they have not been playing well?
Swiller.
Where is Manchester United?
Swiller.
No,
please,
as a pundit.
Please protect me.
Yeah, and real quick. We don't have the
10
time.
seconds.
Yeah, real quick.
Isia, Shitera, and Zita are all becoming poets. When Zita says that Manchester United has a chance of top 4, she's just being dishonest even to the Manchester crowd. But going back to Isia, you know, I wonder how Shitera is sitting next to Isia. And he's still supporting what Isia is saying.
No,
No.
Shitera has
That's why we agree.
You need to protect me.
I'm not supporting what Isia is saying.
Just hold on.
I'm just saying I'm supporting the football I'm
to
seeing.
answer here. And I think Isia's ably talked to it. He's saying if you look at the struggle at Arsenal, they're dominating games.
Yeah.
They're creating chances, but they're not
Don't have
converting them.
Yes.
If
Number 9.
Mikel addresses the striking issue, are they able to challenge?
They are not going to challenge.
Why?
You know, football is psychological. When Arsenal lost against West Ham, you saw the kind of reaction that came. Not necessarily with the fans, but the playing unit. When they lost the next match in the London derby, the same thing happened.
Yes.
Guys, football in the modern football is not just about kicking that ball. Arsenal have already lost. And that's why they're trying to go for what you called it what? Where Dubai?
Whatever, weather training. Okay.
Let's talk about
No,
Chelsea.
we don't have the time. We don't have the time. These gentlemen and a lady